Hey guys, what's up? This is our first podcast for winter 2024 for Pulse. This is a student media podcast. My name's Grayson, and I've got my whole rest of the team here. I'll definitely move the mic on that, but that's okay. Hey, first episode. And so we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, and I have a little question for everyone as a little icebreaker. So we're going to start with Yo. Introduce yourself. What do you do for Pulse? And my question today is, how would you rank the Starburst flavors? Like, you got pink, yellow, red, orange. How would you rank them?
From like best to like
Best to worst.
Best to
But
worst?
first, introduce
Okay.
yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Yo. I'm the director of photography for Pulse Magazine. And to me, for my best one is the red one, I think. And then the second is gonna be the yellow one. And then after that, the orange. And then what's the last one?
Pink on the bottom?
Yeah.
That was the worst lineup I've ever heard in my entire
You're
life.
canceled.
Hey, what?
That was bad.
You put
Well-
yellow before pink?
Yeah. Assuming, honestly.
Guys.
I don't know.
Okay.
Great start, you guys.
Sorry, Yo. Okay,
That's
thank you.
okay.
Thank
I'm
you for
used to it.
sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Well, now that I know how strongly we feel
Oh,
about
I'm
the
sorry.
Starburst
Okay, hey,
ratings.
no, this is a free.
Yep.
This is a.
Yeah,
we're
no,
really
free-
open-minded.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Andy. I'm a photographer at Pulse. And if I was going to rank the Starbursts, I would put red on top, then pink, then orange, then yellow.
That's fair. You know what?
It's the right rating.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would say right. I wouldn't say right, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's tolerable.
My name is Grayson. I am a photographer for Pulse, and my ranking: pink on top, red second, third yellow, fourth orange.
That's my
Orange is
rank.
the worst. I thought we were gonna have the same.
It's my exact rank, so I'm not even gonna go there. But
Sorry.
I'm Lindsay, and I am a photographer for Pulse as well.
Yeah, so we're all photographers, and so it's the Pulse Photography Podcast, PPP,
Mhm.
if you will.
Dude, PPP. That's
PPP.
us.
That's us.
Mhm.
Hey. So what we're gonna do on this podcast, basically, so it started out with the app Fizz. Fizz is a new app that campus has really been popping off on, where basically anyone can post anything anonymously. You see the craziest stuff on Fizz, and so we kind of wanted to talk about crazy college stories. And but before we hop into Fizz, we'll do that another episode. But for today's episode, we're starting off with Lindsay. Lindsay has gathered some crazy stories for us, and Lindsay, kind of, what are they? Are they college stories? They're how have people submitted them?
So I have a Microsoft form link, and 2 students so far have posted their crazy college stories. I've read both of them, and one of them is rather disgusting. So
Okay, you guys ready?
No, but yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So here is number 1. I matched with this girl on Bumble. We chatted for the whole day and onto the night. Eventually, she invited me over. Mind you, it's March and cold as fuck, so I dressed in layers. It should be known that I had not spent the night with a woman before, and this is critical to the story. So I get to, so I get to her place, and we crawl into her bed to watch Family Guy. The vibe is totally awkward, and I'm a fucking idiot. I haven't even taken off my jacket before crawling into her bed. Night passes, and we end up sharing the bed like an old married couple. Fast forward to the start of next school year, I'm hanging out with some friends at Weinerger's. The new guy of our group starts talking to me. Turns out he and his girlfriend had split up, and he's devastated. Apparently, this dude's girl was the same one I spent the night with the previous March. Also, turns out they might have not been split up before that night.
The
Whoa.
craziest part to me
Wow.
is crawling into bed with a jacket on.
That is pretty
Yes.
tough. How do you just forget to take?
I
That's,
don't know. That's like uncomfy.
And then he doesn't say that he took it off
No.
ever. So and
He
they
just
slept.
kept it
They
on the whole
slept the
night.
night together with the jacket on.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's awkward.
Mm.
I wonder how the girl felt.
It was his first
It just
time.
sounded like Like, there's just a lot of wrestling going on all night. That must have felt horrible.
I would like to point out that the fact that he had not spent a night with a woman before, I don't know if that really was as critical a point to the story as he made it out to be. It just kind of sounded like an unnecessary detail, but
Did he state that in the response?
Yeah, he did.
He had never
Wow.
slept with a woman before.
He said in this
critical to the
To
story.
But,
Critical to
like-
the story, yes.
I mean,
indeed.
I could see
Yeah.
how it's
Yeah.
critical because it's like it just shows like
He doesn't
that was his
know.
first time
He
ever.
doesn't know you have to take your jacket off first.
Sure.
Sure,
Something you
sure.
would
Yeah.
normally forget.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
See, I normally take my jacket off as soon as I walk into a building because it's warm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Especially if you're going over to sleep over at someone's house. And it sounds like they were literally like just sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't do
No, they
anything.
just
They just
slept.
hung out, slept.
So what's the problem with this story? The story is that he just like literally like slept in a bed with this
Girl.
with this girl, and then they see her later.
I guess
That's the
No,
Ellensburg
he-
experience.
I think the twist is that
No,
the
it's
girl was with someone at the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I
Right.
see.
But
because he was talking to his friend who was devastated about
And that friend is in the friend
breakup,
group, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
end. He was at
Oh.
Weininger's
Yeah.
with a bunch of friends, and
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
now the dots are connecting.
Wow.
Now it's all coming together.
Yeah,
another
that's
one.
messed up, but that's not his fault.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Just sounds like an typical Ellensburg.
Yeah,
experience,
if you're not seeing your ex at Weininger's, you're not an Ellensburg.
you don't live in Ellensburg
No.
now.
Or that was the ex's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't see your ex, wait.
Wait.
If
I
you
don't know who
see-
the characters are anymore.
Okay, so this
Okay.
is another one, also about sleeping. Not really sleeping though. After me and my freshman year girlfriend got done doing the horizontal tango, we saw across the dorm window into another dorm the buildings were facing a couple who had also just finished doing the no pants dance but didn't notice us. Out of morbid curiosity, we kept watching and witnessed like a conquering Viking. Needless to say, that image is burned into my mind.
I don't think we can air this.
Maybe this podcast was a mistake.
That was a crazy story, guys.
Well, that was wild.
That was
Seriously.
wild.
So wild. It's like I didn't even hear it.
This is crazy.
Mm.
So I have another story for you guys. This one's straight from Fizz. Okay, so my friend sent me this one that they saw on Fizz. And so the person posted this and said, "I'm actually speechless," and it's a screenshot of a conversation she had with her boyfriend. So I'm gonna see what you guys think.
Sure.
So the boyfriend messages and says, "Hey, can we talk?" And she says, "Hi, baby. Is everything okay?" He says, "I'm going to be honest with you. No. I don't know how to tell you this, so I'm just going to say it. You've gained a lot of weight, and I'm not attracted to you anymore. You used to be so hot and fit, but you really let yourself go. You stay blaming the birth control, but from what I've seen, you eat more than me and hardly work out. I love you, and I'm saying this because I care about you, but you need to start living a healthier life. I feel like I've wasted 5 months of my life with you, and it's embarrassing for me. You don't have to respond, and I'm sorry if this comes across as rude. That wasn't my intention." That's on Fizz. From someone at CWU.
What was his intention? Instead of coming off like
He was
Like,
being...
"Oh, I'm sorry if this is rude, but I actually am not attracted to you anymore."
that's crazy to me. That is so wild that
He could
someone
have
like
just broken up and just been like,
Mhm.
"Hey, I don't have feelings for you anymore," and just done like a chill breakup instead of like listing.
That's right.
every
right.
single
Mhm.
flaw he
Yeah.
sees in that
Mhm.
person.
Exactly, and
Not to
dumping
be
it on
rude or
her
anything.
like that too, especially over text, and especially
Yeah.
in that manner too.
Horrible.
You know, I think honestly, personally, like instead of just breaking up with her on the spot, why don't you do like the better thing and like work through it together? Like first of all, don't explicitly state that she's fat. Why don't you say you and I should go to the gym together? You know, we should work out together. Let's eat healthy together.
Mhm.
Like, don't just exclude her and make it all on her fault. Like, this is what happened. Oh, and the consequences of you being overweight is me breaking up with you. No, like, why don't you say, okay, well, I need to be a little healthier too. Let's both do it together. don't exclude her from the process. You know what I mean? Or even, I mean, basically what I'm saying is don't even bring that up in the first place. Like, word it in a different
Yeah.
way, I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I also think it's kind of silly that, like, I mean, that text just kind of exuded the idea that, like, he was only attracted to this person based off of their appearance. And once
Yeah.
their
Right.
appearance started to change,
He was
then the
out.
feelings started to change. So,
Mhm.
like, how deep was this relationship for this person anyway, you know?
Right.
He did say it was 5 months, but still 5 months is a good amount of time.
It's
to,
eno-
like,
I
get to
feel like
know
it's
someone.
enough time.
It
It
is
is
enough
plenty of
almost
time.
half a
to-
year.
Yeah.
to get to know someone.
Wait,
Yeah.
and didn't you say
So-
that he said in the text that he wasted 5 months?
Yeah, I
Who
feel
said
like
that?
That's
Awful.
crazy.
Yeah, who
I-
said
That's
wasted 5
awful.
months?
I
That is
feel like I
ambitious.
wasted 5 months of my life with you, and it's embarrassing for me.
Bro.
You don't need to give your opinion on how you feel about that breakup.
It's
or
horrible.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely
Yeah.
horrible. Have you guys ever received like a terrible text like that?
I mean,
No.
I don't know if I've received, like, I think my terrible texts are normally just, like, people, like, not really responding to me, like, avoiding whatever I'm talking to them about.
That one's
Yeah.
horrible. I've
Yeah.
received a bad text, but it wasn't like that. I had just unadded someone on Snapchat. Okay, so I add this girl on Snapchat. We've gone to middle school and high school together. We never really talked. That's okay. I don't really care that much. I see that she's added me on Snapchat. I'm like, okay, I'll add you back. And then she has just posted the wildest stuff on her story. I'm like, this is a lot. It was like, she was like, I don't know. She was telling like a really crazy story that she was involved in. I think the police were involved in it. I was like, this is a lot for Snapchat. I was just like, I don't think I can vibe with this. So I unadded her. And I could actually read this. I get the longest Instagram DM that I've ever received. And she was so mad that I had unadded her on Snapchat. She was like, I thought you were cool. I thought we knew each other. I thought your photography was good, but maybe not anymore. After I unadded her.
If you're not a fan, you don't have
How'd she
good. You're
know?
bad at
Yeah.
photography.
How does she know what?
That you unadded her.
I don't know. Can you see if people unadded you on Snapchat?
I think so. I actually.
Oh God.
So you unfollow someone on Snapchat, right?
Uh-huh.
They are technically still following you. So if you post a story, it's not going to pop up in just their regular, like, my friend stories. It's going to be like, these are the people you're following stories. And so that's how you know, like, oh, this person isn't my friend on Snapchat anymore.
I
Yeah.
need to check my Snap.
My friend's ex-boyfriend did that.
And also
was kinda
too,
tough.
have we ever like talked to this person before, like on like text chat before?
No.
On Snapchat? Oh, okay.
No.
Because usually also like on the friend, you know, the chat
Yeah,
list,
then you see like
the X,
yeah.
the X, or like there's like a gray.
yeah, the
so
gray arrow.
That can also be, yeah. But Andy's right as well. Yeah.
I mean, I know that you unadded this person. I will say sometimes it is kind of fun to just have, like, my own little, like, For You page in my Snapchat, like, friends' stories. Like, their own little influencer kind of, like, lives, I
Mhm.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. I have another Fizz story for you guys. I'm wondering. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. Is it normal to get sick of your partner sometimes? And okay, hold on. Let me reread that. Andy, cut there. Is it normal to get sick of your partner sometimes and not feel the connection like when you first met? I need help. What would we tell this person?
Well, for,
Some pulse perspectives.
dude, this is a real pulse perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's normal to have, like, moments in a relationship where, I mean, rough patches, right? Like, you go through them sometimes. It's just kind of like a disconnect between you and another person. You guys are both individuals at heart. You guys have different lives. You're just sharing one. Sometimes it might not align the way you want it to. That doesn't mean, like, the love is lost.
Yeah.
That also doesn't mean the love
Dang.
isn't lost. I mean, it could be, but I think it's really situational. But I don't think the fact that, like, you're just, you know, right now in this moment feeling a little bit disconnected from your partner means, like, oh no, the relationship's over, the love is gone. I think it just means you need to maybe take it upon yourself to connect with them a little more, put some more effort.
Wow.
Especially with
That was really good.
Because I know like you and I have a lot of experience. I don't know if like you guys have the same, but
Yo's the only one not in a. Are you guys in a long distance relationship?
kind of.
Not anymore.
Damn.
You guys?
I'm not in a long distance relationship anymore.
That's true. Like I see him like every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
but
it's like,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but I think it really goes with also your mental state. So it's like when you're experiencing highs, you know, they might be in the same level, and then when you're both experiencing lows, you know, you might be both feeling you know, maybe not as cared or loved for. But of course, it's like the love doesn't die; it's still there. But I think for those kinds of moments, you just kind of have to work a little harder in the relationship and find your weaknesses and your strengths and try to work those out. But I think in the end, it really depends on the couple and how well they work together. So
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like, especially if it's a newer couple too. I mean, sometimes that's just a part of it. Like, things aren't working out, and yeah. But these comments make me feel like this isn't just like a new relationship, because I think someone replied, and it might be the original one. I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's not. But someone else replied and said, I'm kind of in the same predicament, but I still love them. So that's kind of like they're no longer a relationship. Because when I read this first one, I was like, oh, you probably just met.
I was gonna say, if you have that question, and that you must not have experienced that before in that relationship anyway. You know,
Yeah. Awkward.
just put in some effort.
yeah.
You'll make it through,
No,
or you
because
won't.
if you
That's
love the
life.
person, you're gonna work hard for the person. You know.
And
So
it's okay.
it's a two-way effort. You can't just have one person putting all the work and the love and all that into the relationship. It has to be both people working together. Otherwise, the relationship is not going to last.
Yeah.
So,
Well, also, it's okay if a relationship doesn't work anyway. Like, I mean, it's obviously sad, but it's okay.
It's the whole point of dating,
Yeah,
finding
true.
who's worth that effort to work through those patches with. You know.
Facts. You put that really well. I have another one. So, someone posted, and you might have to hear this twice because it's worded a little weird, but once you get it, you get it.
Okay.
Had to lie to my sister that her ex didn't upgrade. I had to lie to my sister and say
that on Instagram they posted
Yeah.
it.
That's tough.
So if your sister or your sibling was like, do you think my ex upgraded? And they did, what would you say? Would you tell a little white lie? I love that reaction.
So, it's not my brother or sister, but I do have a friend.
I thought you were about to say you posted this.
Yeah, that's actually. How did you find that? I have a friend who went through a breakup last year, and when I still followed his ex and everything on social medias and stuff, and I saw some of the people that his ex was like hanging out with occasionally. And my friend's an attractive guy. Don't get me wrong. You know, his ex was dating some other attractive people. And like my friend was often asked me like, is it like, I don't know, is it me? I'm like, no, dude, no. You don't tell someone that like their ex like upgraded or something. You know what I mean?
But what
That's
if they
rude.
ask?
You know what, Grayson? You can try. How about you test that out for us?
No.
They ask and tell them the truth.
No, I'm not saying that's what I would do. I'm just saying that like I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit.
Well, what if they ask you guys? What do you think?
Yo, what if
I
someone
think I would
asked
say
you?
personality. I'd be like, maybe they just wanted to find someone new, and maybe you're, like, I don't know, maybe your personality wasn't something they wanted or something they liked, you know? So it's like I wouldn't put it towards looks. I would put it towards like their personality.
So that's
No.
how you would phrase it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
That
maybe,
might be
maybe
worse if I'm being honest.
They have like a really good personality. Yeah, that
maybe
might
that does sound
be my final straw. If
Yeah,
someone said
dude.
that to me. I want to know what you think. What would you say?
Can you repeat it one more time to me? Sorry.
So here, let me give you the scenario. I'm gonna place myself in it. So let's say me and my boyfriend break up,
Okay.
and then he starts dating another girl who
Okay.
is a lot more attractive than me.
Okay.
And I say, did he upgrade? Do you think my ex upgraded?
You
What
asked me
would
that
you say?
question.
Yeah. Would you lie or would you tell me the truth?
I would lie.
Yeah.
I think to you. I mean, no. Sorry. No. Wait, hey, look, back at the bus. If you, okay,
What do you mean by that?
First of all, here's the thing. First, let me establish the thing, right? Each person is different. I don't know what I'm going to answer.
So what's
to.
different about me that makes you want to lie to me?
No, let me tell you something. Okay, let me
I'm
tell you
listening.
something, right? I believe that if I talk to you, Grayson, I would say that that person has certain pros and cons in both areas. Okay. Here's the thing. Wait. No. Let me get my point across, though. But I say to him that he definitely missed out on having a great and amazing person like you. So I don't know. To me, you can make whatever judgment call you want. I say lie, but it depends on actually the outcome. Okay. I try to take a very just moral, just.
Would you
Good
tell
thing.
the truth to someone who wasn't me?
What if it was me?
Why are you
Depends on the
hesitating?
person.
See, like,
Depends on the person,
but okay. Would you lie to Andy?
Me and my girlfriend just broke up. She moved on. She's dating someone, Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. He's not that good looking.
He's
I mean,
not.
Who's a really hot guy? Pedro Pascal.
Who?
Pedro, he's not hot.
Oh, dude, this is gonna become a different podcast if you keep that opinion.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I have tears in my eyes. You guys think he's hot, right?
I think he's,
I
dude.
think
Yeah.
he's very charming and hot guy. Yeah, good looking.
I gotta fan myself every time I see him.
Yeah.
Why don't you name a hot celebrity, Lindsay?
Yeah. Who do you think's hot?
Yeah, someone better than Pedro Pascal.
I'm scared of Grayson.
I'm not gonna do anything. just say a name. I won't be mad.
I'm trying to think.
Crazy how you can't think of an answer of anyone hotter than Pedro Pascal. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, guys. So we have one more Fizz story. It's not really a story, but I'm interested. I'm interested to see if anyone else has done this because I have done this. So someone posted crying over a guy, so I made a list of why I deserve better. Have you guys ever like listed out, like made a pros and cons list, kind of?
No.
But like of yourself?
No, of like someone that you're either dating or your ex or whatever. So this person's crying over a guy, and they're trying to make a list of why they deserve better.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I've never done that. No.
You said
No.
you have, Grayson?
Is that an original experience? I thought everyone made pros and cons lists.
No.
About people?
Yeah, about your partner to see if you should break up.
I feel like
Uh-uh.
I would be too scared to put any cons on that list. If it's like,
Well, if you're like, okay. Well, it's helpful if you have an ex. If you have an ex and then you're trying to get over them.
okay.
And so to like remind yourself of like all of the bad things.
No, that makes sense.
Okay,
When you
then-
said when you have a partner and you're figuring out if you need to break up.
No.
I was like,
that's not what I meant.
I was
That's
like,
not what
I
I
have
meant.
not done that.
No, like so you don't go back to them. So you
no.
guys have never made that list.
I haven't.
No.
I recently found mine in my notes app. I think it's deleted. I don't think I can find it, but I found some crazy stuff in there. So I was wondering if you guys have had exes and what their worst trait was. Have you
I've
guys had
never
bad
had an
exes?
ex.
You've never had an ex?
I mean, I've had, experience. And not like an ex,
Uh-huh.
but like I've noticed that like my biggest con in a person is someone who just cannot communicate or isn't willing to listen to,
Hate that.
if I have feelings, I just want to talk about them. I don't want to like bombard you with them or anything, but it's nice to feel heard. So when I'm not heard, I get a little sad.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna sound like I'm piggyback off of you, but like it's kind of true, honestly. Like the exes I've had like 3 exes before, and for me in the past, it's like the lack of communication, the lack of like not like I don't know, just I don't know, just not opening up, you know, just yeah.
Have you guys had any toxic relationships before?
Not like official relationships.
Okay.
Like
Yes.
I guess situationships, sure.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
What?
I've
why
been
are you
through the
sus-
ringer. These, there was a guy I dated once whose parents, when I'd come over, they'd ask me if he had done his homework yet, and if I could make sure he did all of his homework, and if I could clean his room, just like make sure, like this,
What?
yeah,
Were you his mom?
a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah. But his mom was telling me this, so I was like, girl. So I've had that. Oh, I've dated guys who would refuse to like clean anything, so their cars would be crazy. Like it's bad.
You know, I've heard over the years that like if like a guy can't take care of his car, how is he gonna take care of you? You know, if you walk into that car and there's just garbage all over the place, that's a metaphor for the future
So
relationship
do you
that
have
you
a
should
clean
have.
car?
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh.
Listen, I don't. If there was a photo of my car currently, I don't know if it would back up my like my sentiment.
Interesting.
Why am I on trial all of a sudden?
No. I don't judge because in the winter
I
the
do.
inside of my car
I
can't
know.
get like dirty with full of leaves and stuff. And in the spring, I vacuum it, I take out all the mats, and I clean her.
Yeah, no, but that's
So-
like that's what you're supposed to do. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I
A
make
lot
sure
of
I
people
throw
don't
all
do
my
that.
trash
No.
away. So, like my boyfriend's car is his truck is pretty spotless inside. And when
Oh,
it's
that's nice.
messy, there's like maybe 2 water bottles on the floor.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Yeah.
respectable mess.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
water
yeah.
bottles, hydration. That's
No,
good.
I've
yeah, he
seen
drinks so much water.
crazy stuff.
Dude, I got this buddy. his
Oh.
like car floor is full of empty Diet Pepsi cans. He
That's
is
bad.
yeah, and some full ones occasionally, but I love
He's
him.
an
I love him nonetheless.
One time I was dating a guy. We had dated for a month. He bought me a ring. Not like marriage or anything. Just like a nice ring. The next day he calls me. No, okay. So he buys me the ring. He tells me he loves me for the first time. Not sure if I said it back. Don't remember. But then the next day I'm taking a final. And he calls me and he says, actually, can I have the ring back? And I want to break up while I'm taking a finance final.
What did you do?
I was like, I was really mature about it. I was like, okay, cool. Sure. We also work together. So I said, I'll give you the ring back tomorrow.
Dude, that is tough.
Yep. Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it definitely hurt, but I don't know. Sometimes if you just act like chill about it, it's just better. Instead of just like lashing out, then it just gives them like one more reason.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It does kind of suck that
crazy.
like you
I was
have to
like,
go back and see that person.
Yeah, that was
Afterwards?
rough. Having shifts together,
Mm-hmm.
that was a bad mistake. Don't eat where you work.
Don't eat at work.
Don't eat at work.
Don't eat at work.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. That was our first podcast for PPP, Pulse Photographer Podcast. My name's Grayson.
My name is Yo.
I'm Andy.
I'm Lindsay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in next time. Not sure when we're going to film again, but we will. This
It'll
was
happen.
fun. All right. Bye.